Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you saw by the title, we are back with some more Shop My Stashes. So I actually was gonna do, I did one 2 weeks ago, I believe, or maybe a little longer, but a few weeks ago, and I was like, this is the last one for the month, yada yada yada. But I kind of, in those 2 weeks that I didn't shop my stash, I kind of figured out what I like and what I need to focus on, what I need to rotate, and for how long, kind of that kind of thing. I got to figure that out. And so there are some products that I rotate regularly, but there are some products that I still need a little oomph to use it. Like my eyeshadow palettes for starters, I just don't, I'll grab for the ones that I want and then not use the rest of them. So I think that or I would, and then I just started last week saying, putting the palette out in front of me on my desk, and then the next morning when I do my makeup, I'm like, I'm using this one, period. So I feel like having that kind of strictness is beneficial to me, and I feel like I need a Shop My Stash for things like my palettes and other products that I feel like I just don't rotate regularly. I think, again, like, picking products to focus on is going to be like my goal, not exactly a full face of Shop My Stash, because there are products, again, like that I do rotate. But I think picking things that I want to focus on or use for most of the weeks. And yeah, that was kind of a weird sentence, but I was trying to say also that I don't want to, it's probably going to be longer than 1 week. It's going to be probably a few weeks, probably 2, maybe longer. I usually get too tired after 2. I'm like, all right, I'm ready for a change. So it might just be 2 weeks. Could be less, could be more if I feel like I really like the products or I need new products, you know, just depending on, I'm going to play it by feelings. I have a lot of products that I've just been loving, and so those products are probably going to stick to the rotation so I can use them while I love them. But then I also have some chopping block products that I want to throw in there. I don't think there's anything else. So we're going to talk about the products that I actually wanted to focus on a couple weeks ago. We're going to talk about those, and then we'll go Shop My Stash. There's some sample of a No Pore primer that I want to try. I actually threw that out. There's a sample of this Lancome foundation. I didn't use it. I'm probably not gonna. This is just a jank kind of samples thing, and I don't feel like I need to use it. Okay, I know I wanted to focus on my Il Makiage mascara. I'm actually wearing it today with my Bang Beauty. Some Big T's mascara, that's what I meant. I'm using those in combination, and I really, really love it. I love this mascara. It's not dried out yet, so we're gonna keep using it, put it back in my collection. And then I also wanted to focus on all of my single shadows, and I only focused on one, and that was this Natasha Denona single. This is actually in my Project Pan, so that's why I kind of focused on it the most. I was using it almost like a topper, because if you want to like just see, right, I don't know why, it swatches like a shade, but when it goes on the lid, it's almost like just shimmer, so it's really not that like pigmented. So I really was just topping other shades with it, and I like it for that. It was cool. A good way to just use it up, because it makes it your eyeshadow shine a little bit more, but it doesn't put down too much color, so it kind of stays true to whatever you have on. So I really like that. That's probably why I focused on this the most, because it was my Project Pan. So I think more like, as far as focusing on things, I think I'm going to keep this out. I also want to keep out this Eyelights from Model Co. It's in the shade State Barts. I actually didn't try this, but I ended up putting this on my chopping block just because I don't use any of my cream eyeshadows. I have 3 here. And so I'm going to focus on this one just so I'm like, it's concise, it's one little thing, but it's also, I'm also like gonna focus on it, you know? So we're gonna pull that as well. And then I also didn't use, because I didn't use that and I didn't use these at all. These are my, what are you? Primark Liquid Metal Eyeshadows. I have the shade Frosted and Sub-Zero. I really love them for a few weeks, actually. I was using them nonstop, but I just haven't been, so. Maybe we'll pull for these. Like, again, this Shop My Stash is kind of things I want to focus on, not necessarily the only thing I want to use. So maybe I'll pull these, but I doubt it, honestly. Alright, and then 2 other single shadows I didn't use. This is my Moods eyeshadow in the shade Martini. I don't know, I just haven't been wearing greens. It's still not green time yet. It's not green yet. I don't know. And then I also did not use this Estate eyeshadow in shade Smash. I was really focusing on my palettes, so I didn't really get a lot of use out of this, but they're both pretty. Nothing that I'm like, all right, now declutter. I'm like, no, I'll put them back in my collection. And wait, Okay, and then some eyeshadow palettes. I picked 2 eyeshadow palettes to focus on. This is the Laura Lee Los Angeles Cat's Pajamas. I actually ended up depotting it, depotting some of the shades, and they are the more neutral shades right here. And this is kind of just going to be my everyday transition shade. I think it will be nice with these 2 singles because I could just throw one of these in the crease, set the lid, throw it in the crease, outer corner, put this on the lid, and we're good to go. And same with like the Natasha Nona. So I really think that this is going to be like my DIY palette. One of them, maybe. One of my palettes for the week. But I did end up using this. The shimmers just to me are subpar. They're not really that good. I don't like Quirky. I hated Scatterbrain. And then the other 2 are like In One Ear and Redonkulous. This is like a satin, and so I don't like that one at all, which is out the other. And then I don't use Oddball. And the only other shade that I really love is Kooky. And if I had room, I would depot it because I love this one too. But like Redonkulous is nothing spectacular, and it kind of creased on my lid. And In One Ear is nothing spectacular either. Especially because like now I have this Estate single, which is literally like the same shade. They're like the same. So I don't need both. And although like the Laura Lee, I like the Laura Lee Los Angeles formula, I just feel like I'm out of all the palettes, I'm just not going to reach for this one. So I'm kind of just trying to use as much as I can of this palette before I get rid of it. It's actually almost 2 years old. It's my second oldest next to my my Dream Street palette from ColourPop. So I focused on that a little bit. And then I also focused on my Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. Whoa. Too Faced Tickled Peach palette. That was weird. I got a lot of use out of this shade right here. There's a huge dip in it. Like huge dip. Oh my gosh. And then I got a lot of use out of this shade. I even used the shade Warm and Fuzzy a bit. I didn't use it too much, but I did use it. And then during that time, I got the Too Faced Hot Buttered Rum palette. And then I used this a bit, which I'm actually going to pull again because I put it away for a while to kind of rotate. But I'm actually going to pull this week so that I could do a 3 looks using this palette. That's why. It looks so cute. I love her. So we're going to use that, and then we're going to put this one away. I hate separating my children. Alright, real quick, I just wanted to mention some things that I was focusing on a really lot for like no reason, not on purpose, just because I was loving it, was of course my Misha be Perfect Cover BB Cream. I have the shade number 25. It's too light for me, but I'm wearing it today and it looks super nice. And it looks super nice. I love this thing. Something I'd finish up naturally, but kind of all my foundations I kind of rotate through. I pair a lot of the times I wore it with this, so that's why this is like a standout product. Like I would wear my Makeup Revolutions one with this, my AOA, my e.l.f., all of them, I would pair with this. So, yeah, that's why I focus on this one kind of a lot. I use it quite a bit, but I love that one. And I don't feel like I really need to focus on a foundation. I like them all. Then I have this concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way. Again, something I was really loving. Actually, I'm going to pull another concealer to use together with this, but this is one that I just really want to use and want to keep using and have been reaching for and loving in the past few weeks. And again, like I really want to just use things while I love them, because soon I will find something else and I will be obsessed with something else, and then it will suck because then they'll be sitting in my collection, you know? So use it while you love it. Note. Alright, and then we have this Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder. Guys, look, I do not even have that much left. So of course I'm going to keep using it. I love this powder, and honestly, I have the full size like in my favorites on the thing. They also have, this is the, I think this is the deluxe size. And then they have a mini, which has more product in it, and you can actually buy it off of Sephora, which is awesome. But it has more product than this. So this is not the one that costs $16. There's one a little bit bigger than this, I believe. And so I'm thinking about it because I really love this powder. But I have my other ones, so after this one I will like look for use my other ones up and then go back to this because I really love it. But I'm gonna keep using it. Same with this e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. I really don't want to rotate out this powder. I have something really going for my face, really good going for my face and my makeup, and I'm all about it. So, you know, why fix when I'm broke, you know? And then for bronzer, I've been really obsessed with this Tarte Park Avenue Park Avenue Princess bronzer, and for a little bit it was too light for me, so it was just like a mixing bronzer. I would just mix it with whatever bronzer and add some shimmer. But recently, oh my gosh, you can't even see it, I don't even know why, but recently when I just put it on my cheeks, I have it on today, it just looks so beautiful on the face, and I'm obsessed. Again, I'm obsessed, and I don't feel like it's too shimmery. Like, I don't like a shimmery bronzer really, but I don't feel like this one's too shimmery at all. So I think I'm gonna pull this, like obviously use this week, but I also gonna focus on another product as well. Probably use them in conjunction, but focus on the other one too. This one, oh my gosh, I could see the ring in there a little bit. Maybe we'll hit pan soon. And then for blush, I've really been loving these two blushes like non-stop. This is the e.l.f. blush in the shade Blushing Rose. I'm obsessed. And then the Bare Minerals blush Bounce and Blur in the shade Mauve Sunrise. I think I'm just going to pull these two blushes and kind of focus on these two. This one, I dropped it twice, so it falls out a lot. And that's super, super annoying. But, so I want to use it before, like, something dumb happens, like I drop it again and then it all shatters. Like, I don't know. It's a bouncy formula, so it's almost like a cream, but it still comes out. The whole thing, like, comes out at the same time, so it's really annoying. So I really want to use it while it's still good in there. And both of these I think I'm going to use because I've been loving them. I'm wearing this one today, and girl. Alright, so those are the products that I've just been focusing on because I love them so much, not necessarily that they were picked. So we are going to go and pick some other products to focus on. You can come with me, of course. And yeah, now let's go shop my stash. Okay, so up here is like my chopping block makeup. I think something I am going to focus on is this Alamar Cosmetics lip gloss. I've been wearing it, honestly, but I just think I need to narrow it down a little bit more to like how I feel about it. So I'm gonna pull that to focus on. This is I said that already. This is my chopping block makeup. I'm not necessarily, I don't think I want to pull that or that. None of this I really want to pull. I think I do though want to pull my Dream Street palette. I've been thinking about it. I took the shades out of here, but I'm going to put them back in for this week, I think, or for these few weeks. I've been thinking about it, thinking about some looks, so I'm going to pull her, maybe give her some love this week. And then these are like my primers, foundations. I don't have a primer. I think I'm going to pull, I'm going to pull two. I think I'm going to pull my Milani Prime Perfection. This is almost done, and this is my last like hydrating primer because I finished up my Tarte one, which you'll see soon. But I also want to pull this Yensa Tone Up Essential Glow. I just recently watched my old favorites, my favorites from June, and this was in it, so I'm going to pull those. I don't remember what I loved about it so much, quite honestly. And then for brows, I think I was using this one for a bit, but I think we're going to keep using it. This is the e.l.f. Brow Pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. And I'm going to keep using it. I want to use up one of my brow pencils by January, or a lot of it, pretty soon. Because I want some other brow pencils, but I don't want to have too many. So I think this one's the one we're going to try to use up here. And then eyeliners, I think I'm just going to kind of grab as I go. I haven't been wearing eyeliner, really. Mascara, I think we're still going to, I really want to use my Tarte ones, but I think we're going to still try and use these two together. The Il Makiage and the Buxom Big T's one, because I've been doing really good about it, and they've been looking really good. So, again, why fix what ain't broke? And then I can use these up and use my Tarte ones. So, we'll focus on those. And then concealer, I also want to pull, I pulled the other one, but I pulled my Too Faced one, but I also want to pull this BH Cosmetics Total Coverage Concealer. That's what it says. And it's in the shade number 113. I like this concealer. I used my ColourPop one once, so I probably will grab for that one eventually, like when I feel like it, but I want to use this one probably for the first few days at least. And then I feel like I'm good on blush. If I really want a cream, I'll just pull for it. I'll just pull for it. I was using this one with my other one for a little bit. I like it, but I just don't want to use it right now. And then Fenty I was using for a little bit as well. But I really want to pull this LA Girl Pro Face. Again, it's in that favorites video, but I actually do still love this. But I just forgot how much I did love it. So we're going to pull her again. Look at those rings. Maybe we'll hit pan on this one too. Focus on that. And then I feel like my highlighters, again, I hate feet. Oh my gosh, do not look at my feet. My highlighters are pretty rotated. So I feel like I'm okay here. I'll probably use like, yeah, I'll rotate through them myself. Honestly, I do it anyway. And so that's kind of it for my drawers. The last thing is up here, and this is eyeshadow palettes and face palettes. And so I'm gonna be bad, I think, and pull both of these face palettes. This is the e.l.f. Duo in the shade Fiji, and I really love this duo. I just haven't used it in a long time, but I feel like it would be really, really pretty right now. And then, oh my gosh. And then I want to pull this Madison Miller Midi Squad palette. It's really dirty, but I really don't use it that much. I really like the blush in the middle, and the highlighters I don't think are very fall-esque, but I really want to pull it for the blush, I think. First is my Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Fire palette. I really want to use this. These two shades, Flame and Power, are speaking to my soul, and Ashes down there. Oh my gosh, I need this in my life. I want to use this a bit. And then I also want to use my e.l.f. Modern Metals palette. I've been using it for like the past few days, and I'm obsessed with these two shades right here. So I really want to get some use out of the shimmers and maybe dip into the yellow shade. Not so much the blue and the purple, not because they're bad, but just because they're not really fall for me. So I really want to dip into that yellow though and do some of these yummy shades. So I really want to pull those. Ugh! And then the rest of my eyeshadow palettes are pretty rotated through. I just did 3 looks using like Boss Babe, Bling Boss. I used Ring the Alarm last week. I used Tarte, and then yeah. So we'll go over what we got, and then that'll be it for this video. Okay, this should not be long. I'm dropping everything though, so that's what's gonna take forever, quite honestly. My desk is a mess here. Okay, so for primer, we'll be using my Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer, and then my Yensa Tone Up Primer and Essential Glow Primer. We'll be using both of those. Foundation, kind of whatever I feel like it. Concealer, I really want to focus on my Too Faced Born This Way because I've just been obsessed with it in the shade Warm Medium. And then I really want to get my final thoughts kind of on the BH Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer in the shade number 113. So both of these we're going to use. And then for powder, again, we're just going to stick to what I love. That's my e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder in the shade Light Medium, and then my Kat Von D Lock-It Powder. We should be done with this one soon, and then I should be hitting pan on this soon, hopefully. We'll see, though. And then we could rotate in some other stuff. Who's texting me? Okay, so that's whatever I was saying, I don't remember. For bronzer, I'm going to be pulling my LA Girl Pro Face High Definition Matte Press Powder in, whoa, I threw out the shade. Wow, when I took off the back, because it was breaking, I threw out the shade. I think it's in the shade Warm Medium or something like that. I don't know, I love this powder though. And then we're also going to be using my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. I love the combination of these. I think it's going to be really, really great. I mean, even using one or the other is going to be great, but together, oh my gosh, bomb. I also have, there's a bronzer in here too. This is the e.l.f. Duo in the shade Fiji. This bronzer right here, I think I want to test out a little bit. So we have 3 bronzers, but again, we have a few weeks switching it up each day probably. And then for blush, obviously we're going to use the other blush in here because I love that blush. But then we're also going to use this e.l.f. blush in the shade Blushing Rose, which I'm obsessed with. And then the Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur blush in the shade Mauve Sunrise. Yeah, Mauve Sunrise. It looks like this. I can't really show you because it's going to fall out. And then, oh my gosh, okay, we're also focusing on this face palette, which is the Ofra Madison Miller collab. The midi palette, that middle blush shade I really want to use. The highlights maybe, but I doubt it, quite honestly. And then again, my other highlighters I kind of just rotate through. So for brows, we have the e.l.f. Brow Pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. I really want to use this. Get a lot of use out of it. For eyeshadow, we have the Dream Street palette. I put all the shades back in. I really want to focus on this for a bit, kind of get some fun looks out of this. I really want to use this all month of December. But I don't know, I've just been like thinking about it recently, so I really want to try and get use out of that. And then also my e.l.f. Modern Metals palette. Oh my gosh, these 2 shades are delicious, and I really want to play with this yellow so bad. And then Too Faced Hot Butter Rum. This one's going to be for my 3 looks coming up. I'll probably be using this palette, so that's why I want to pull this one. And then I really want to use this Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Fire palette. I'm so excited about it. is so beautiful for fall. Oh, yes, please. All right. So we're using that. And then we also have some, this trio from my Laura Lee Los Angeles Cat's Pajamas palette, as well as my Natasha Denona single and my Eyelights liquid eyeshadow. So I think this will be a look or two. I think we'll probably use this tomorrow so that I can kind of focus on my palettes, because I have a lot. I pulled a lot to use, but I think we'll be okay. And then for mascara, I always have this Lancome Central Boost thing. I don't know, mascara base. I always use this. I use it every day. It's looking real nasty. So this will probably be done soon. And then as well as both of these mascaras should be done soon, the Il Makiage High Volume and Intense Curl Mascara in the shade Black. And then the Buxom Big T's Plumping Mascara in the shade Blackest Black. Blackest Black. So hopefully these two get used up. They're on my lashes today and they look bomb. Honestly, I love my lashes, but I'm ready for some switch it up. I'm ready to switch it out. And then we have this tattoo liner Red Kat from D's, kind of just chills in there. I have it on today with no eyeshadow on, and I like it. It's still going strong. And then quickly, my setting sprays, I kind of rotate through them regularly. I really want to focus on these lip glosses. I know it's a lot, but like compared to all my lip glosses, this is only 3 out of like 11. So I really wanted to focus on this Alamar Cosmetics one, like you guys saw. But then I also pulled my Loretzi Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Vibe. I've been loving this, and I couldn't let it sit on the sidelines. And then also this NYX Lingerie gloss in the shade Euro Trash. I don't even know what that means, but I've been loving this. Smells so delicious. I actually had a liquid lipstick that dried up. I said this in a video already. That like kind of went bad. So I'm really trying to use that NYX Lingerie gloss so that it doesn't go bad. And yeah, I think that is it. Real quick, I feel like I should just tell you. Anyways, I did finish up both of these products, so you've probably seen them already, but the Tarte Base Tape will be in a video soon talking about how I use it up. Same with the Meili mascara. I've used both of these up. This one is kind of just done. It's clumpy, it's disgusting, and it's dry, and I just don't like it, so we're calling it a quits. And so yeah, I feel like I should mention those real quick. Alright, so that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the review of all these products, because we got a lot of products here. But these are the ones I feel like have been really neglected and I need to use them. Or like some of them are chopping block products that I need to use soon. And so yeah. I almost said let's get started. Bye guys. We don't have a verse for today or anything like that. I gotta just start like putting them in a bucket or something and just pulling them out so that I always have one, but sometimes I just desire. So bye. Love you. Subscribe.